Hey, what's up, guys? All right, we're going to talk about my first hotspot. Okay, this is the first one I put up. It's at my apartment. When I first put this thing in, Mysterious Amethyst Yak, you can check it out. I've had it for about 2 weeks. Okay, um, when I first put it in, I just set it up. I went through the whole process, learning how to actually get a hotspot into the Helium app, get it set up, get it synced, all that kind of stuff. Okay, it's a Rack V2. I put it in my bedroom by the window and just let it sit there. And it didn't do too bad. Like got some got some HNT, kind of did some stuff, um, and that was it. Decided as I read more about, it's really beneficial to get the antenna outside. So the first thing that I did was I just ran a 10-foot, right? So I went outside. I'm in an apartment complex. They're not going to let me put an antenna on the roof or anything like that. I'm thinking about actually getting a stand and just getting a stand, putting it outside my window since I'm at the ground level, luckily, putting it at the ground level and seeing how far up I can go before they yell at me. But for now, what I did is I just got a 5.8 dBi antenna. I got a little mount. I stuck it up about as high as I could reach on the side of the building and just screwed it in with a 10-foot LMR 400 antenna cable, just right through my window. So I have my window, I cracked my window, put it in, put like some fabric and towels in there to kind of insulate and shut it as far as I possibly could. So there's no wind, nothing, no air, or anything coming out of the window, but there is a cable going through it. I did that after a couple of days. So since then, since I put that antenna outside, Yak has been doing about 0.2 HNT on average every day. Okay. So, and it's been pretty consistent. That's about it. Now here's the thing. Here's the funky thing, right? So it's about as tall as I can reach. It's about 2 meters up in the air. I'm in an apartment complex. Yak is on the side of a building at the bottom of the building. So actually more than that, because the building I'm in the corner, the bottom corner area, right? So I'm in the middle of a corner. So technically half of that coverage, of that radius of the side of where Yak is building. Okay. So anything on this side has to go through the building to talk to. Okay. On the other side, I'm at the bottom of a hill. On the other side of that hill is another set of buildings, right? So if it's a square, I'm in one corner of the square. I'm at the bottom. Everything going the other direction is uphill or on the other side of a building. Okay. This is crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand how Yak is doing 0.2 HNT a day. It does not make any sense to me. Okay. I'm not super high in elevation compared to much of the area around me. I'm kind of average. All right. I'm in the middle, in the center of basically four sides of a square of apartment building complex. So here's the thing. I'm getting on average, let's see here. Let me look at my, right? 22 hotspots I've connected to in the last five days, right? I'm getting an average 61 beacons witnessed every 5 days. Okay. That goes up or down, right? But 61 beacons, about 22 other hotspots that it talks to. Okay. It's crazy. I don't get it. I've got another hotspot that I'll go over, Fierce Cerulean Pig, that I've got in a very wide open area. It's 10 meters up in the air on top of the roof of my parents' house. I put a 15-foot, right? It's 15, 20 feet up on the roof, and then another 10 or 15 feet up high on a mast from there. That's doing like 0.04, 0.05 HNT a day. And it's not doing squat, right? So complete opposite of what you would expect. I got something that's super high, not doing anything. I got this guy, Yak, that's down at the bottom, seemingly in a spot that shouldn't be able to talk to anything, that's doing double the average. So the network average is about 0.1. Yak is doing 0.2 every day. So just something to think about. I don't, maybe if any of you guys have good information about why that could potentially be happening. Now you notice it's got some of these hotspots it's talking to. There's a ton in the area it's not talking to, right around. So I think that's very interesting, right? Some are close. It's skipping over some, talking to some, skipping over some more, talking to some others. So how that all works, again, the RF side of things, I'm still learning. It's very interesting to me. I was thinking about taking Yak and getting a tree climber and going up a tree like 70 feet and putting him up there. I don't think I'm going to do that. Number one, the cost, without knowing if it's actually going to improve anything, I don't want to spend that money to do that. And potentially tree sway, from what I'm reading and what I'm talking to people about, tree sway can affect performance as well. So if there is any performance to be gained from putting it up 70 feet, that may be lost when you have the lack of communication and that interference from the trees moving and not having a consistent line of communication with the RF waves, whatever. Again, still learning how that all that works, but that's what this is. I'm going to add to this video, so we're going to keep going, and I'll splice in. I'm going to go walk outside and show you guys what Yak looks like, where it's at, kind of give you a visual what I'm talking about, and maybe you can explain to me why this is doing what I consider well above what I would have expected for the position and the location it's in. All right, see you in a bit. All right, what's up, guys? So this is me walking out to mysterious Amethyst Yak. As you can see, I'll flip this around. You'll see that I'm in the middle of a courtyard area, right? So there he is, up there about 2 meters high on the side of the building. Okay, you notice I'm in the corner. I'm in a corner at the bottom of an apartment complex. All right, there's a hill. That's where the dog park is in there. But if you notice on the other side, I'm surrounded by buildings, completely surrounded by buildings. I don't understand, and maybe you guys can give me some insight. I don't really understand how this guy is doing 0.2 HNT a day, right? From this area out, completely surrounded. Any ideas? So I was going to go up in one of these trees, that tree right there, pretty much. But just that sway and that back and forth. This isn't even a windy day and it's moving. On a super windy day, it gets really crazy. But yeah, that's where Yak is. Love to see any input, any ideas on why you think it's doing so good.